Welcome to Stupid Muslim Comments. This video series presents some of the amazingly stupid comments by Muslim YouTubers on my channel's Atheist vs. Theist debates. Here are this week's top 5 picks. The first comment of the week comes from Salel3GS, who starts us off with,
"The fact that you think there is no God is mind-boggling. The worst kind of ignorance, if you ask me. I mean, you don't know there is a creator? And you think everything just came by itself or something?"
The fact that people believe in extraordinary things without even a lick of evidence is mind-boggling to me. That is the worst kind of ignorance. You state that you know there is a God, but knowledge requires evidence. I can accept that you believe there is a God, but that's not the same thing as knowing there is a God. Secondly, I'm not sure if everything just came into being by itself, or if the universe has always existed. However, I am comfortable with stating, I don't know. It is the most honest position, because otherwise you are making up answers to things you could not possibly know and stating them as fact. Next we have XP Nova try and excuse away pedophilia.
The part about Prophet Muhammad marrying a 6-year-old, let me clear that up. He married her so she would be provided for and to have shelter to live under. It was in different times. Conditions back then were different. But the rest I agree with you. I hope you understand.
Aisha was a 6-year-old child when she married Muhammad, who was 50 at the time, however lived at home with her parents until the age of 9, when she was officially molested by her husband. This is molestation, and incredibly creepy. People go to prison for this, and yet 1 billion people today nearly worship the man. You can't chalk this up as it was acceptable at the time, and excuse Muhammad for his behavior. If the story is true, Muhammad should be held up as a pedophile, and not as a prophet from God. Anyone who excuses this kind of behavior has let their religious beliefs infect their basic sense of human morality. Fatai 2002 kills a few more of our brain cells with this comment.
Jesus was a Muslim. He bowed down and asked him for help, just like you see Muslims doing that today. Because he could not do anything on his own. The Holy Quran and the Holy Bible have the same author, and there's not a single contradiction between them. That is why we find so many biblical verses similar to Quranic ones. You can only find contradictions between different copies of the Bible which you possess today. Peace.
Well, this is a first. I've never heard it claimed that Jesus was a Muslim, especially in light of the fact that he supposedly lived 500 to 600 years before Muhammad. The Quran and the Bible definitely were not written by the same authors. The Bible is a collection of writings from many different authors, some we know and some we don't. The Quran was supposedly written by Muhammad, but that too has not been confirmed, as it's unlikely that Muhammad, if he even existed, knew how to read or write. If you mean to imply that God is the author of both of these books, how is it that the books are so utterly full of error, contradiction, immoral lessons, and are really just useless for anything other than literary study? You would have thought that God would be the best author ever, clear in his message, showcasing a moral code that was far advanced to the morality of the people who received it. Rather, what you see is a cornucopia of conflicting messages and the morality of the time and region codified. No great insights or moral wisdoms way before its time. 220830 Locke had this little nugget of wisdom.
It is you who says all prophets are liars and religions are wrong. The burden of proof is on you, not on the theists. If you believe that life is accidental, coincidental, and there is nothing conscious behind it, I challenge you to go create something even under controlled lab conditions. Scientists do know what life is made of. You can use an existing insect as a cheat sheet if you want to. Science says nothing can be created out of nothing. Science and common sense are in the corner of theists.
I love it when theists reinterpret or entirely fabricate my position and then criticize me for it. I have never said that prophets are liars and all religions are wrong. I don't believe that sufficient evidence has been demonstrated to warrant belief in a God. Therefore, a prophet of God is no prophet at all. When religions or religious people make claims about how the universe operates, it needs to be based on evidence. When religions make claims based upon 1,000-plus-year-old books written by people who knew less about the world than a 5th grader, they are speaking out of turn and are spreading misinformation. I do not take the position that God does not exist, or that all religions are wrong on all points. However, I withhold belief in things until it can be demonstrated to be true with evidence. The burden of proof always lays with the person who makes a claim. If you believe in God, and think I should too, then you need to demonstrate to me that your God is more than fantasy. And lastly this week, Silas Melenton had this to say.
Did you know that the Big Bang Theory is actually mentioned in the Quran? It says there that Allah had created this Big Bang. There is actually no known scientific error in the Quran. Does that answer your question?
The Quran does not mention the Big Bang. The Turkish apologist Adnan Akhtar, who advocates that the Big Bang is found in the Quran, translate the particular passage in this way. It is we who have built the universe with our creative power, and, verily, it is we who are steadily expanding it. However, this translation is very different than the three most highly regarded English translations. Translation 1. Yusuf Ali. With power and skill did we construct the firmament, for it is we who created the vastness of space. Translation 2. Pithal. We have built the heaven with might, and it is we who make the vast extent thereof. Translation 3. Shakir. And the heaven, we raised it high with power, and most surely we are the makers of things ample. None of these contain any mention of expansion or the universe. Just like a lot of devout religious people, you look at your holy book with no skepticism, only absolute trust in its contents. This trust or faith is unwarranted and undeserved. First you believe, and then you find evidence to confirm your beliefs. This is called confirmation bias. There you have it. 5 stupid comments from 5 different YouTubers. Which comment would you vote to win the Dumbass of the Week award? Would it be 1. Mind-boggled Soleil 3GS, 2. XP Nova's justification for pedophilia, 3. Fatih 2002's Muslim Jesus, 4. 220830 Locke's confusion on the burden of proof, or 5. Silas Melenton Big Bang Theory. Please leave your votes and comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, remember to press the like button and share. Thanks for watching. Want to see more? Click subscribe and keep an eye out for the next Stupid Comments video coming out next Friday. Have you seen a stupid comment of your own and would like to share? Take a screenshot and send me a message. Your submission could end up in a future video. Lastly, head over to my channel and check out all the debates, presentations, and videos.